Are the Boston Celtics on the verge of adding another superstar to their already stacked roster? With a dazzling 19-5 start to the season, the rumors are swirling, and it looks like a former All-NBA player could be making his way to Beantown. Could this be the move that propels us back to the finals? Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss the latest updates. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button to keep up with everything Celtics. The Boston Celtics are riding high right now, with an impressive 19-5 record to start the season, tying with the Oklahoma City Thunder for the second best in the league. After their triumphant NBA Finals victory last year, it feels like the Celtics are not just aiming to make a splash. They're looking to make waves. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown continue to shine as an all-star duo. And let's not forget about the recently returned Kristaps Porzingis, who has only added to the team's firepower. But now there's some buzz swirling around another potential addition: former All-NBA point guard forward Ben Simmons. According to BetOnline, the Celtics are the frontrunners to land Simmons, with odds sitting at plus 150 if the Brooklyn Nets decide to trade or buy him out. The Cleveland Cavaliers and New York Knicks are also in the mix, but Boston seems to be leading the charge. Now, I know what you're thinking. Simmons hasn't exactly been the star he was in Philadelphia, averaging a career-low 5.2 points and 5.7 rebounds this season. His $40 million salary is a hefty price tag for a player who has struggled to find his rhythm. However, he's still a capable playmaker and currently second on the Nets in assists with 6.4 per game. If he were to make his way to Boston, he would undoubtedly come off the bench, bringing a unique skill set to a team that leads the NBA in three-pointers with an astonishing average of 51.4 per contest. But let's dig deeper. The Celtics would likely need to sign Simmons in the event of a buyout, as trading for him would almost certainly require giving up one of their key starters. General Manager Brad Stevens has been known for his strategic thinking, and I doubt he would want to disrupt the current chemistry of this squad. So, if Simmons does come to Beantown, what role would he play? In my opinion, it would primarily revolve around passing and defense. He wouldn't add much of a shooting threat to a team that already thrives on three-pointers. He's shooting just 13.9% from the arc for his career. Yet, Joe Mazzulla could find a way to integrate Simmons into the rotation, utilizing his drive and kick skills. Picture this: a lineup featuring Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, and a rejuvenated Simmons finding those open shooters on the perimeter. Sounds dangerous, doesn't it? But here's where my thoughts get a little mixed. Is this the right move for the Celtics? On one hand, adding Simmons could enhance our playmaking and defensive capabilities, especially off the bench. On the other hand, does bringing in a player with such a heavy contract and inconsistent performance fit into the long-term vision for this team? I'm honestly torn. And what about the chemistry? This team has gelled remarkably well so far, and Simmons' arrival might disrupt that balance. It's a risk, and I know every fan feels that tension. You've got to wonder, would the addition of Simmons be a game-changer for the Celtics, or would it throw a wrench in our current success? I want to hear from you, Celtics Nation. What do you think about the possibility of acquiring Ben Simmons? Is it a move that excites you, or are you more on the cautious side? Let's get that discussion going in the comments below. Your insights and opinions are what make this community alive and vibrant. I have to say, this news is a breath of fresh air. After tweaking that same ankle during the game against the Memphis Grizzlies, Porzingis reassured us that he's feeling good and ready to take the court against the Detroit Pistons. This is vital, especially considering he missed the first 17 games of the season due to off-season surgery on that very ankle. The fact that he was able to return in the second half against Memphis speaks volumes about his recovery and the confidence the medical staff has in him. Porzingis stated, "I feel pretty good, and honestly, I share that sentiment." His performance this season has already shown flashes of brilliance, averaging 20.6 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 1.4 blocks over his first 5 games. But let's be real, it's not just about the stats. It's about how he reintegrates into a team that has experienced its fair share of injuries. With both Jason Tatum and Sam Hauser sidelined, the Celtics have had to adapt, and they've done so remarkably well, maintaining a 19-5 record. This team has grit, and it's evident in how they've managed to stay competitive despite missing key players. Now here's where things get interesting. Porzingis acknowledged the challenge of getting back into the NBA rhythm, saying, The hard part, obviously, is just the physical aspect, and I couldn't agree more. While he's been productive, it's that extra level of intensity and energy that can truly make a difference in tight games. I can't help but wonder, will he elevate his game as he continues to find his footing? I, for one, am eager to see how he progresses in the coming weeks. Let's talk about team dynamics for a moment. Porzingis mentioned the importance of accepting roles within this Celtics team. "We are a winning team," he said, and that's the crux of it, isn't it? Winning requires sacrifices, and it's clear that everyone on this roster is willing to put the team first. But here's my question for you. Do you believe this strategy will hold up as the season progresses? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, it's working beautifully right now. But will these sacrifices become a burden if injuries continue to plague the lineup? And speaking of injuries, it's crucial to highlight the rest of the Celtics core that has missed games as well. The combination of Porzingis' absence and the injuries to Tatum and Hauser has tested the depth of this roster. Yet, the Celtics remain a cohesive unit, and that's a testament to the coaching staff and the leadership within the locker room. They've managed to create an environment where everyone feels involved, and that's something that can't be overlooked. As we look ahead, the chemistry on the floor will be pivotal. Porzingis is still ramping up, and I'm excited to see how he and Tatum will work together once both are at full strength. The potential for offensive rebounding and energy on both ends of the court could propel this team towards something special. But I want to hear from you. What's your take on Porzingis' impact and the overall strategy of the Celtics so far? Are you feeling optimistic about the direction this team is headed? Let's get that discussion going in the comments. I genuinely want to know your expectations and frustrations as we move deeper into the season. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Share it with your fellow Celtics fans, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates on our beloved team. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single second of this action. And remember to activate that notification bell so you're always in the loop.